Yo, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another weekly market breakdown. And today's video, we are going to take a look at some fundamental data we received this week, what we can expect for next week. We're also going to take a look at the dollar index, as well as GBP USD, Euro USD, as well as gold, the Nasdaq and Dow Jones from a technical perspective there as well. Now, without any further ado, before we get started, don't forget about the fantastic giveaway where we'll be giving away 2 live funded accounts. All you have to do is comment on the video, share the post, tag 2 of your friends, and make sure that you're a subscriber to the YouTube channel as well. Now, if you want to get the extra 2 funded accounts, all we have to do is make sure that we get the YouTube channel to 6,000 subs. So get subbing. Okay, now let's just jump straight into the information before we start with a technical analysis. Let's go straight into some fundamental data that we received last week. So as you can see here, this is basically the kind of data this is the data that the dollar index had printed this week, and you can see everything looked very good for the dollar index. You know, that's very good to see that the dollar is recovering. And you know what the funniest thing is? The dollar is recovering as it came and hit this level of support. The market was like, no good news, no good news, no good news, no good news. Just when the dollar came, printed an equal low, then the market was like, yeah. Or it could potentially be all of those trend lines that I saw this morning. So I saw some people was just going like this. You know, I don't know, like, I'm not so, like maybe it's a thing, but this is, I saw something like this morning, and I saw like people was doing like, you know, people was like, yes, it's a channel, it's going to break out of this channel. And then I saw these kind of movements, and I'm thinking to myself, like, why would you go and confuse yourself that much? Because the trend line is also basically used to identify price action in the market, but I think that's where all of this started with, you know, with some of your heroes that started trading that still can't trade, but you know, the people that we all look up to on Instagram. So I think it all started there, saying like, this is a trend line strategy, it's not working, just put another trend. Like, do you really think if you move this trend line here and then the market goes there, and then you're gonna go like this? Do you really think people in the market's gonna go, guys, that trader from South Africa just drew a trend line there, we have to buy now? Okay, it doesn't work like that, because especially in, you know, in today's age in terms of trading. But this week was it was a tough week to trade. I think, you know, by now I think I've made probably about 1.4% for the week, but it's good. Anything is better than a loss in the market. So walking away with a 1.4%, that contributes towards the overall percentage gain for this month, you know, sitting at 12 or 11%. But in any case, so let's jump straight into the information. So we know we had positive CPI, you know, and positive CPI contributes towards the Fed potentially hiking interest rates more aggressively. And we basically saw, because of that, the investor sentiment will always point towards, when the CPI comes out higher, the investor sentiment will always point to a higher interest rates, meaning a stronger dollar index. Now, article from CNBC reads says that the S&P 500 falls as rates rise to their highest level in 3 months. Now, if you think about it, I made a video about this, right? This came out today. I made a video a couple of days ago, and then this is exactly what I said. But unfortunately, I'm not on CNBC. But if you smash the like button and you get subscribing, who knows, maybe my video will be recommended to CNBC, and, you know, I could be the next guy on there as well. I could say stock market predicted by me. In any case, let's go continue. It says here, US stock slipped on Friday as a stubbornly high inflation and a rebound. It's amazing how the market moves there. The market is low inflation, high inflation, low inflation. Like that's basically how the market moves here. It says that the S&P was down 0.64%, the Nasdaq fell 0.93%, and the Dow Jones was down 0.19% there as well. Now it says here we've been in a very continuous tug of war between equity markets and treasury markets. It's basically exactly what I said there now. Okay, then but he's a chief market, so maybe he's more clever. Well, it says here the move came after major averages said more than 1% on Thursday, after the labor market said the PPI, an inflation metric that tracks wholesale prices, increase, which is the CPI. It says here stocks are trending down for the week, of course, and the Dow Jones is down 0.94%. And we can go through this entire article. I'll sum it up for you, okay? Because of higher CPI data, like I said a couple of days ago, we can expect the dollar index to increase in value. Now we're looking at a 1 hour time frame, and you're probably going like, yeah, but the dollar is, no, it's not falling. It's just a 1 hour time frame. Now we're gonna go start here on the daily time frame. So we're not gonna go through the weekly, because we have quite a lot of pairs we need to cover over here. The first thing that you can see over here is that the dollar index has clearance to the upside. The market, what we get here, is also printed a massive impulse. So after an impulse, you expect a correction. Also, if you take your Fibonacci from the low to the high, you can see that we do have a test. The market tested and rejected the 0.382. Now normally if you see the market test and reject this level, it means that the bullish momentum is quite strong. That giving us an indication that we can definitely expect the dollar index to increase in value, and that's basically where my money is at the moment. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? It's always that thing that you're looking for, and then I don't see it. But in any case, so I'll just use this. So basically, I do expect the market to continue higher. We also had a break above the strong level of resistance that became support, and we can once again expect the market to rally higher there as well. So yes, do I expect the market to continue higher? Yes, we do. We just broken above this consolidation phase as well. Market broke out, back for the retest, and that continuation to the upside. GBP USD has been holding on to live support. A lot of liquidity here to the downside here for the market to go and fetch there to the downside. However, due to the short correction on the dollar index, I do expect a further continuation to the downside. The market also printed this information. After the information, you expect a pullback to the neckline before a continuation to the downside. The market also printed support, broken below support, came back to test it as resistance, clarifying that the move to the downside is definitely expected. Let me just use, this is what I've been looking for. So I do expect the market to continue lower. However, I would probably start with this level over here first. And then, as the price action develops, we expect the market to move to the downside. Now, here we can see the Nasdaq went as anticipated the last time. And due to the negative correlation between the dollar index and the stock market, we do expect the dollar index to continue lower, as we expect the dollar index to increase in value. We expect the Nasdaq to continue lower. The Nasdaq is currently trading at support. Now, we obviously know what the best way is. We need to wait for the market to break below support, and then once support gets broken, it becomes resistance, and then on the retest. So we're definitely going to start looking for selling opportunities for the market over here to complete this pattern of breaking support and testing resistance. Basic price action there as well. Here we've got the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones now still trading. As you can see, markets are like, what is this? Like, it's just been doing that this week. Sorry about that, guys. So the market's just been trading sideways. So if we do expect a stronger dollar going into next week, then by all means we can anticipate the Dow Jones to continue to break below this level of support, come back, test it as resistance, and then definitely continue this move to the downside, lower there as well. Next up, we've got gold. Now gold also has just been holding on to support here as well. The funny thing about gold is this gold was, you know, on that liquidity hunt kind of thing. So what I mean by that is, you know, typical traders, if you observe the price action that we have on the 1 hour time frame, you can see this level over here, okay, acted as a level of support. Okay, then what happens is retail traders came into this market and they said, you know what, this is a consolidation, we're gonna buy it. They went in there for a buy, used SMC on the 1 minute time frame. They got into the market. Then the market said, you know what, it's not your day today. And the market, what did the market do? They went straight below, got that liquidity here from all of those buyers. Then the market went up. Retail trader, the same retail trader said, guys, that's a break in a retest. Market's definitely going to continue lower. And then the market said, you know what, it's not your day today. Thank you for all of that. And then now the market's moving back to the upside. Now, if you look at the buyers will remain bearish, but this is normally what the market does. The market needs liquidity, and it gets liquidity from you, me, everybody who thinks that the price is supposed to behave the way they want it to. Now, this looks like a bullish move on the lower time frames, right? You're going to see that we could potentially break above that. But from the daily time frame, we can see that the market is still trading below this level of support that it broke, came back to test it as resistance. The bias on the gold will remain bearish as we expect the dollar index to increase in value. However, to make people believe that it is going to suit potentially up, I do expect a slight correction to the upside and then that continuation to the downside. For me, here on Euro USD, also it's the same thing. So what we have over here is we have this massive liquidity, wick to the downside. We got stopped out here. For those that closed or had it open, we had a sell there. Market went down, pretended like it was going down. But for this one, what we are going to be looking at is also a bearish bias. So basically what I am looking to, what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting to see where this candle close. If we do get a daily close above this level, then by all means, then that will just give me a better entry going into next week, and then I will just approach the market in that way. Alternatively, if we do get a daily close below this level on the retest, that definitely look for that continuation to the downside. That is it from my side. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the weekend, and as always, cheers for ears.